This conference will now be recorded.
All right, guys, so happy Monday. Today is Monday, April 13th, and as always, everything that we're going to be talking about today is for educational purposes only, and nothing is intended as any type of investment advice. All right, so we can see we got a lot going on in the pre-market right now, and it just continues to be, pretty much the same stocks. But one thing we definitely want to look at is our cruise line. So for right now, obviously, I have NCLH up. We could see going into that 1250, and then into that 12, we had some really nice selling. So I don't expect it to pull up that much from 1250, but based off of the prints that we did see, we're going to need a substantial pull up coming in, right here. I'd probably look right here at the orb lines first, and then if we do break past those orb lines, we're going to have the expectation of it being able to surpass above 1250 before we'd end up coming back for a trigger down for them to make their money from that 12. Now, if we look at RCL didn't really have the best of prints compared to the other ones, but you can see what jumped out at me is right here. I really like this right here between 38.51 to basically 38.38. We have one print at 38, which isn't really going to give us much. So we don't really have a great show of hand in RCL, but RCL obviously is the biggest range trader of all of those. So something to keep your eye on. And then CCL. So CCL had probably one of the better show of hands that we saw. Coming back to this 12 level, you can see somebody came in and sold pretty hard. So overall, we definitely have our show of hands pretty much in our cruise line. So all three of those are going to be in play this morning. Next thing looking at is WORX. So coming up to here, the only problem that I do have is that we really don't have that much buying at the highs. So what I'm going to need to see in order to be able to trade this is I'm going to need to see a lot of shorter term ask prints coming in for us to be able to get back towards that upside. Now you can see the volume was actually really great, and we're talking about 8 o'clock right on the dot, so perfect time for it to start trading. So volume for that time period was very, very good as we did push up. So there's definitely got to be some buying within there, but at the actual highs itself, it looks like we did not get there to really, and that's really what we want to see. So we have the ability for it to be able to come back up. Now go out there and try to see if you can get shares. More than likely, you're probably not going to. But at the same time, right now, it hasn't really given a great show of hand down here at 6. It's a little bit too mixed. But if we start going back up towards there, remember that short-term buying is going to be enough, because we know for a stock to move like this, we're going to have that buying that's still within there, even if it's not great print. So it does lower our percentage within our trade a little bit, but unfortunately, it just is what it is. If we look at the actual range itself, it's showing that we should really see a lot coming out of this morning. So definitely towards the top of our list. Now we have OTSO, which I know cannot be correct. Oh, CTSO. So what happens when your handwriting is pathetic. So CTSO, the one thing I do like about this is the fact you can go both ways. So you're going to be able to short this, and you're going to be able to go to the long side. But if we look, not really much buying at all towards the top, and then we can see as we were coming back down, definitely selling into this 8. So remember, 750 is right underneath it, and my only problem that I do have, that possibility with this, is that it just doesn't really start to trade. You can see on average it trades 1 million shares. Now it already has 403,000 coming into the morning, so I'm going to have the expectations of it being higher than 1 million. But if it's only going to trade 1.5 million, a lot of times we kind of see a lot of gaps within volume, and it just doesn't trade very smoothly. So that's the one issue that we might have here. Just be aware of it. But overall, like I said, I do like the selling that's coming into this 8 level. Definitely took a few chunks out of the concrete support that we were seeing right there. So overall, I definitely like that, and especially with a cheap stock, big range on this, it leaves us open. Being able to short it and go long on it leaves us open for definitely a big opportunity within it. So I like that one a lot. CANF. Now, this is going to be on our side list, because as we were pushing up towards that 280, I didn't really see anything that was that special. We have a lot of the Laker colored prints that came back in there. So it's on our side list because we've seen this thing move before. We know that it was moving. Last week we got some pretty good movement. And if you look at the actual volume bar from Thursday, not we didn't trade Friday, but from Thursday was very, very low. So I would be expecting a large influx of volume coming into this today, and obviously this 21 cents is not going to be in play, because if we get the volume that we're going to be expecting a lot more than 21 cents within its range. PSTI is still going to be on our list. So PSTI, I still like. Another one where it's got a really, really good range for such a cheap stock. Okay, if we zoom out for what we've seen this morning, pushing up into that 950, didn't really hit, but there hasn't been a ton of selling from what I can see either. We have a little bit at 9, we have a little bit of buying at 8. It hasn't given anything that's super special. I did like this 810 right here. This was definitely a really nice position, but other than that, that's pretty much the only thing that stuck out to me so far. So we're going to need to see some type of better show of hand come into this, but overall, definitely like the buying that we saw at that, right above this 8 level. And then obviously 850 is going to have to give us more before we really make our decision. So we've got a lot of stuff going on out there. A lot of, once again, cruise lines, we know that. We've been watching them for how long now, but overall, definitely some good stuff. So anything else out there that I missed? Oh yeah, well, Oxy. I saw those at 16. Yep. Yeah, so once again, it's trading like garbage, so it's not going to be the first thing that I'm looking at, but definitely beautiful show of hand. I saw that right before we started our meeting, so yeah. So overall, definitely something to keep watching. And doesn't it have selling at 11? It does have selling at 11. It has enough selling within Oxy. There's enough selling in this thing to break way below the 10 level. So keep that in mind. NFA, sure. Let's see. I think there's better stuff out there this morning. I'm not a big fan of MFA. Every time it gives the potential and it starts to show something happening, it just dies, and then we end up not seeing anything. So if you want, you could throw that on your side list, but as of right this second, I'm not really interested. There's just way better stuff for us to be looking at. All right, so let's get ready for our morning. I know, it's been feels like forever since we last traded, but it's only been 3 days. It's been kind of, the days feel a lot longer when you're not going anywhere. So, but let's get ready for our morning. Let's not forget everything that we went over in classes. Let's not forget everything that we went over from last week. Let's get ready. I will talk to everyone in the chat, and happy trading.